Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena. Getting in more Quick Draft Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. I was thinking I've gotten good enough at the format that I might try Premier Draft again, but Premier Draft is a different format right now, so I can't play it. I don't want to play Dominaria. Instead, here we have as our first pick, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Kiki is a good card, great card, and none of this other stuff comes close, so let's take it. Okay, I mean, Virus Beetle is a fun one to copy with Kiki, but that's obviously, not the most important thing here. I mean, Hacker is a good card, but I think one of the uncommons is probably better. Flame Discharge, I think, is okay. Malicious Malfunction is really good. Sometimes. Other times it's not. And then there's this, the Black Shrine is pretty okay. Not really, I don't know. I think I'm taking one of these two removal spells. I just don't know which one is actually better, really. Am I going to have modified creatures? Maybe. I think I should take Flame Discharge. Yeah, especially if we're going to be red, we're going to tend to have a wider board and be a little bit less happy about blowing it up. So yeah, I'll just take a good red card, I think. Let's go look what the draft guide says. I mean, as I mentioned, I think I'm, as capable of evaluating the set now after playing it for weeks and weeks as the people who wrote this draft guide the day it was published, but I still do like to check in with them. Malfunction. It says Malicious Malfunction is way worse. Huh. Okay. And the Shrine is also worse. Okay, so it agrees with me on the Flame Discharge. Out of curiosity, what does it think about Hacker? Yeah, it's wrong. It rates it as a pretty solid card, but nothing amazing. But it's actually kind of amazing. For example, Kami's Flare, the red kind of 2-mana removal, it says is substantially better than Hacker, and I think that that's wrong. You want to run blue way more often than you want to run red, and Kami's Flare is just fine, whereas the Hacker is pretty nuts when it is in the right deck. Replication Specialist, I guess? I noticed that there's no good red cards here, but that's not yet a strong signal. This, though, combined with the Hacker in the last pack, are making me think maybe, blue is sort of open. The Bike is also a pretty solid pick, but red-blue's theme is artifacts, and this is, I don't think I've gotten to play with this guy. Maybe I drafted him once but didn't run him, or ran him but didn't get to activate him. Obviously, it's a pretty late game card, so running it but not getting to activate it can happen if you just get run over, or it gets removed or whatever. But I think this is a pretty solid card. Yeah, let's try blue. Let's see where that goes. Okay, yeah. Look at this, another solid blue card. There's also Kumano Faces Kakazan, which is good, great for the red aggro deck. But if we're going for a slightly slower red-blue thing, this ninja could be okay. I think I'm probably supposed to take Kumano here. Because I'm not really committed to blue, and even if I were, this isn't the best blue card to include in a red deck. Whereas Kumano is fine in any deck and quite good in an aggressive deck, so I'll just take that to keep my options open. Not necessarily about colors, which I'm sort of trying to commit to red, but about what else I might do rather than committing super hard to red-blue. Now there's the Containment Construct here, which I think is the best card in the pack. Intervention might be second. But if we get like this is already great with Fables of the Mirror Breaker. It's two. Its second ability lets you discard and then redraw, right? So you could discard cards you want to play. And if we get any more activators like the Modern Age, for example, it'll just get better. So very happy to have this. Plus, you know, it's a smallish artifact in case we just end up in like red-black or something. I don't want an Anchor to Reality. Armguard Familiar should be okay, I guess. I don't necessarily want to get married to blue. I could just take the Reliquary. But Armguard Familiar is a real nuisance for the opponent to deal with. Yeah. I think that's just like discouraging lefty from taking blue as well. I don't know. This is a way better card, right? What the hell is this? Thirst for Knowledge? Yeah, I mean, okay. This wants to be in an artifacts deck. I mean, it's not my favorite card by a long shot. Maybe it's playable. Okay, we get another Kumano. No, that's a Shattered States era, which I don't much want. But the Unstoppable Ogre is fine. You know, it's a bit more aggressive than the deck currently is, but you never know. It might go that direction. And it's an artifact, which is probably going to be useful somehow. Suit Up is fine. The Steelbreaker is not that great. Another Armguard Familiar or a Network Terminal. I'm going to take the Familiar. I wouldn't mind a Network Terminal, but there's no rush. Maybe a Counterspell? I think the Terrarium is probably better. I'm trying to like understand recently why like Terrarium is rated so highly. It's like a land that you have to pay 2 for, right? But it's not really, because you also, of course, get the artifact body, right? Which you can use either to activate artifact synergies or just to put a counter on things, to activate a token synergy or a counter synergy. And it also, like, you can pick up the land that you need if you're having trouble hitting the right colors. For all that, you know, costing 2 is kind of okay, and ideally you fit this in at a time when you don't really need the 2 mana. You don't always have such a time, but it would be nice. You know, right now my only artifact synergy is Replication Specialist, and paying 2 to copy this is unlikely to be good. Like, spend 4 mana to draw 2 lands. It's fine, but if you have 4 mana to spend on nothing but drawing 2 lands, you probably don't need 2 more lands. I guess I also have like Thirst for Knowledge. That's another artifact synergy. Flame Discharge. Yeah, that synergizes with modifying things. Okay, I will take it. You got me. Moon Snare Prototype? Ugh. I mean, it's an artifact. I don't run it very often, like basically ever. But you know, it's kind of ramp if you have enough artifacts down. It takes a while to get there, but okay. I don't know, like I like the Bamboo Grove Archer a lot better as a card. Like, I would only be taking this because it's blue. And the question is like, well, and it's a blue artifact. Is being a blue artifact a good enough reason to put it in my deck over a card that I like way better? I think I think that the red-blue deck can probably afford to like splash for something. Okay, this isn't exactly the kind of card you want to splash for, but I might end up wanting to run 3 colors or something. Whereas like running the, whatever it was, the prototype, not that exciting. This is an enchantment that, you know, is pretty aggressive. I probably don't want it. Don't want that either. Don't want that. Tatsunari, the Toad Rider. A good card, but we're taking Behold the Unspeakable here. It's just so bananas. We don't currently, I think, have any way to bounce it. Well, no, Fable of the Mirror Breaker would make a copy of the bird, of the creature, not the saga, which is fine. It's very good value. But we may find something. Hacker's also a good card to take. You know, if this pack didn't have Behold the Unspeakable, I'd be taking Hacker. Maybe I'm supposed to take Disruption Protocol, but I wouldn't. This Blue Ninja's pretty good. And by the way, a way to bounce Behold the Unspeakable if I want. Puzzle Maker's okay, but I'm taking the Specialist. And another Specialist, pretty much no questions asked. There's a Voltage Surge and a Synthesizer. Even the Koi is not horrible, but this is just so much value. And tempo, both. I don't like this. Decoy? Probably Fade, just in case I end up running green. Like, if I take the Decoy, I might just end up cutting it? I guess the same is true of the Fade, though, right? I don't really want to run green. Fine. And this, like, obviously can synergize with the Replication Specialist, is one of the nice reasons to take it. It's an artifact, right? Can we take, like, a Spell Pierce? Ugh. I don't want this. Don't really want Short Circuit, but you never know. I think I'm probably supposed to take the Short Circuit, but I'm like, what if I just took a kind of crummy 4-drop? Because I don't like Short Circuit very much. I don't know. I guess I'll take it. It's another decent green card. But I think now is the time to take my Network Terminal for more draw and discard, and also for Containment Construct purposes. I wouldn't mind the extra colors that it gives me. Maybe run a Season of Renewal. Best card here, I think. By a mile. Yeah, maybe I should have splashed green earlier. Or taken that second green card that was offered to me, whatever it was. There's the Bamboo Grove Archer, which I took because I was like, oh, maybe... Oh, Fade, that's right. I was thinking about taking a Fade. We could take another Suit Up. That's fine. I don't think I want a Grafted Growth. Like, I don't want much green. I want to be, like, splashing green, if anything. And so for that reason, I think the Haven is a pretty reasonable choice. The only other choice being Suit Up. But I already have one Suit Up. I think that's probably enough. This will help me run Season of Renewal. I don't want the Shrine Steward, do I? I have one Aura. I'm trying to remember what that Aura is without looking at my cards. I don't have any red auras. Don't have any green auras. It must be a blue one. Oh, it's short circuit. So, I mean, I could take the Disruption Protocol, which is a 2-mana counterspell most of the time for this deck, which is pretty good. Or just, yeah, okay. We have enough artifacts, it should actually be playable. The Puzzle Maker came back, that's nice, I think. An activator for the ninjas. Synthesizer's great. I didn't take the first fade, so I'm happy to take another, I think. Or to take one now, you might say. Spell Pierce is probably too ambitious. Ugh. I have to take one? Really? I'd rather not. Could I just get a new pack? I mean, Sky Swimmer Koi, I guess, is pretty good probably in this deck. We should have a fair number of artifacts, and we don't mind flyers, and looting is especially good if we can hit the containment construct with it. Okay, fine. Dragon Spark Reactor, I mean, I don't... It's very good when it does stuff, but sometimes it doesn't do stuff is the problem. What about the Synthesizer or the Mnemonic Sphere? I think those are both reasonable. The Terrarium is also pretty reasonable. I mean, making copies of eggs is pretty... I know it's not an egg. It looks so much like an egg. How can you look at that and not call it an egg? Making copies of the Synthesizer is quite good. Obviously, because it's like 2 mana to draw 2. Well, it's 1 mana to play the Synthesizer. 2 more mana to copy it, getting you 1 draw. But then you can also can pay to draw and get a creature as well. So it's tempting. Even the flyers, okay. I think we can cut the Ogre. I have a lot of 3-drops and I don't really need that one. I'm not running enough creatures. I think I can afford to get rid of Short Circuit. 3 enchantments? Might not be right to run the Reliquary, but I think it's fine still. The rest of this stuff is all fine. Disruption Protocol, I guess, is the first thing I'm thinking of cutting. You know, I guess a question worth asking when you're thinking of running a counterspell is, will this deck be tapping out, right? Because if you have to spend all your mana playing sorceries and creatures, then you can't comfortably hold any open to counterspell. But if you're holding mana till the end of the opponent's turn anyway, then a counterspell in hand is a valuable resource. And, we have Flame Discharge is one way to spend mana at instant speed. Probably not the Synthesizer. But also Network Terminal is one reason we might be holding open 2 mana pretty often, right? You could loot it at the end of a turn. We have a few instants. I bet we could run a counterspell without feeling too bad about it. Do I have any... Did I end up taking anything that cares about modified creatures? I feel like there was one I almost took or did take early on. Oh, Disruption Protocol, sure. Oh, the one I was thinking about was that 1 mana blue card, the prototype that I didn't take. Wait a minute, what am I didn't even see this card? Hello? Tameshi Reality Architect is here. That's insane, right? I've run it, like, I think in 2 decks. Maybe it was just 1, but I think it was 2. And he's absolutely bananas when his ability goes off. I don't have a lot of other ways to return non-creature permanents to hand. So it would be him activating it, obviously, most of the time. And so I would need to run white, which is a bit of an imposition, but, you know, we have a Terminal, a Terrarium, and a Haven. We like, already have enough white. So I think Tameshi is the easy pick here. I stressed so much over all these other cards. It just, like, for some reason this card doesn't look blue. Like, the border's extra thick on that one or something. The legendary border confused me. There's too much text on the top. Nobody knows. For some reason, I didn't know that card was there. Now, we're running green, but I don't really think that's... Oh, but Geothermal Kami is so good. I was going to say it's not really a good enough reason, but, like, isn't it, though? Isn't it, though? Just bouncing the Unspeakable is insane. Do I have anything else that could bounce? I mean, I don't want to bounce Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Bouncing Kumano is okay. So there's really only one card that I want to bounce, which is this. And it's good if you get to do that. But I don't know that it's worth running for specifically that purpose. It might be better to take, like, Ember Keeper. I don't have that much modified stuff. Suit Up. It's another instant I could use. None of it's that great. I could take the Geothermal Kami in case, like, the next pick is another Unspeakable. Oh, you know, and this actually activates Tameshi as well. Okay, I mean, but only when you play it on a Saga. Still, I think that's good enough to give it, like, a shot. Maybe we don't run it, but I think it's better than the random garbage in that pack. Another Haven, I think. None of the other stuff is that appealing. And we suddenly are trying to run 4 colors. So I think this is fine. I don't really want an Ogre. Web Spinner Cuff? I don't have a lot that deals with flyers, do I? I have, like, well, I have two big flyers. A Koi. Yeah, maybe I do have enough that deals with flyers. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I mean, this is still, like, okay equipment, right? And decent, like, it makes an okay wall against an aggressive deck. Could just take a Tamiyo's. Yeah, we need more removal. We have hardly any, right? Another Haven? I would run 3. Nothing else here is any good. I don't really want another Thirst for Knowledge. Although, by the way, synergy with Containment Construct as well. But we're already kind of at enough playables, and I don't think there's anything I want to cut for a second Thirst for Knowledge. Okay, Network Disruptor is good. Rato Sentinel. Containment Construct does not interact with that because it's not discarding, it's being milled. Discard means from your hand. So I don't really know what this would be for. I think the Network Disruptor is very good for, like, early game. Trying to give the ninjas a chance to do something, and plus, like, it's just a cheap little dude. I could take the Searchlight Companion to try and activate ninjas, but this is better at it. Oh, I guess I could put in the Archer now, couldn't I, since I'm running a few green cards? I don't think I want to. We have plenty of flying, blocking. I don't think I want a crab. Yikes. Planar Incision, is that worth anything? I mean, it's cool on Behold the Unspeakable and any Enter the Battlefield effects. It's just like a decent dodge, I guess. Okay, I kind of have to take the Mnemonic Sphere just because of the, like, Containment Construct combo, maybe? It's a little ambitious to, like, think I can actually have all that stuff happen. You know what I don't need is Kumano faces Kakazan. Good card, but not really what this deck is doing. How can I cut any of this? I don't have to cut much, right? I'm only at 24 spells right now, which, I don't know. We could run 16 lands, but probably 17 is better, more responsible. I could cut the Kami. I've still only got the... No, wasn't there one other thing for it to bounce around here somewhere? Oh, no, it was just that bouncing Behold the Unspeakable is even better. If you happen to have Tameshi in play. But I think that's just like too niche. It's going to miss most of the time. And in games where you have the time to play Kami to bounce Behold the Unspeakable, I think we're probably ahead anyway and don't need the help. Not a guarantee. Sometimes we would need the help. But it's a big cost to pay to try to run that, I think. I think just a Mnemonic Sphere, like, you know, the Kami was a 2-card combo. It has to fit with Visions of the Unspeakable or it's, like, quite bad. This is, like, playable, even without Containment Construct. And with Containment Construct, it's quite good. I don't think I need another Suit Up. Or another Disruption Protocol. Or another Season of Renewal. Or another Thirst for Knowledge. Okay, getting a lot of encores there. Yeah, I'll take the red-white land. I want 1 white source, yeah. So we're gonna run like 1 plains to be picked up by Terrarium. I don't know what strikes my fancy. Oh, we'll try this one from Zendikar. Or I mean, that's the land that was being used when I was playing Zendikar Rising, I think. Or was it this one? These are both familiar to me. I think this is the one that I'm familiar with. And we can cut down our forests to 2 should be plenty, right? Network Terminal and Terrarium. Maybe that's... Yeah. So we have 2... I mean, yeah, also all these Uncharted Havens. Sure, so... It really only says 2 mountains? Did I end up taking so few red cards? I guess I did. I'm just running a blue deck. I meant to run a red deck, but here I am. Okay, interesting. I guess I did take a lot of blue. Someone was playing red. I think these red cards are still worth running. But yeah, good point. Maybe I don't need that many mountains. My enchantments, I have 3. 1 aura and 2 sagas. I think those are both perfectly good to be picked up with Season of Renewal. Not both, all 3 of them. Right? They're all insane cards. Okay, Tamiyo's is like fine. But if they remove it, I'm happy to get it back. Whereas Behold the Unspeakable and Tales of the Mirror Breaker, if those are in my graveyard, I like would really like to have them back if that's okay. So Armguard Familiar, like, is it really fitting in the deck? It's okay. It's like a playable early creature that's tough to remove and makes your other stuff trade well. I think it's fine. It's the Planar Incision that I'm a little dubious about. But I think, like, as a way of protecting my Behold the Unspeakable and maybe Replication Specialist, it's pretty alright. What if the synthesizer were bad? I don't think it is, but it might be. Okay, also let's run more mountains and fewer forests. Because my green is a bit later, right? I want my mountain, like, early. The fade can usually wait. The season of renewal is very slow. So I don't need many forests. Don't know what to do. One card? How can I get rid of one card here? I keep coming back to the Puzzle Maker, and, like, I don't know. Scrying is good. Big blockers are good. Probably should be one of these blue instants. I don't know. I'm cutting a land. I'm running 16. We have a little bit of ramp here. Yeah, just get rid of an island or something. There you go. Everything was too perfect, so I'm running 16 lands. This is not a good reason to run 16 lands. But here we are. Hang on, what color? It didn't show... Oh. I'm running a plains and a red-white land, but it still doesn't think that's worth putting on the box art, I guess. I'm just blue, green, red. What color is that? It's not Bant. It's not Abzan. I don't know. MTG color names. I'm going to look these up every time until I remember them. It's going to be a long time. Blue, green, red. Timur? I don't know how you're supposed to say it. This is a kind of problematic hand, but I do have a lot of islands in the deck. Okay, I have 6. Maybe I was supposed to throw this back, but I have, like, the Flame Discharge. I don't know. You can't stop me from playing badly. Ah, good. That's exactly what I needed. My green spell. My green late game spell. Well, at least we're playing against a black deck who has only 2 lands and also can't play anything. Good, good. This is good. I'll just keep playing lands. You keep playing nothing. We'll get along fine. What a stupid game of Magic. My opponent foolishly thought that the mulliganing to 6 would help. I knew better. We're going to tap like this. I guess it doesn't matter. So I'm only going to have 3 mana anyway. We're obviously taking an island here, not a forest. Not the forest, I should say. Now next turn I can play something. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. I could draw a card if I wanted, but I have hope that I'll get to draw 2 cards out of that eventually. Okay, good card. So, I mean, I could put a token on this thing, so that'll make Flame Discharge bigger. Or, like, I could just do nothing? I don't think playing any of my cards would be an improvement. If I had green, I could fade this, but I don't. And I don't know if I don't think I would want to anyway. I don't really need to have an artifact. Yeah, let's just blow this up. Clock them for a bit more. I don't want to play this now. I want to be able to return something of theirs. I guess? I don't know. Maybe I should have just played it. Okay, they still can't draw a land. Alright, well, boy, I really recovered that questionable keep with my skillful play. You just saw me... The difference was... Here's how I beat my opponent. I was playing lands, and they weren't even playing anything. So you can see where like my superior skill really carried the day there. They thought, oh, I know, I'll play nothing. That's probably how they thought they were going to win. But I knew that you have to at least play a few cards, even if they don't do anything. Scares them off. Anyway, here we are against Nux. Good hand? Probably... I don't even know what color this is. Could be red. Could be green. Could be white. I think white might be the way to go. Just because Tameshi is going to be... Tameshi is a card I actually have at the moment. Right? Ah, and I've just drawn my red. Okay. I mean, I also have Fade. Oh, okay. Maybe I should hit green, huh? Since they have Boseiju coming up in a little bit. Yeah. Tameshi will give me a lot of value, but I don't want that yet. I just want to make sure I can deal with the board. Blue, okay. Alright, and there's my network terminal. That's good news. I can destroy their 1/1 now if I want. Okay, they're not going to make me. And I got white after all. So, what do we play here? I think it might... I think it might just be the Puzzle Maker. Start scrying. It's like the weakest of the 3 mana things I can play right now, but I don't really want... I don't know. Do I want 5 mana? Like, I'm thinking about, like, what do I play next turn? And, like, I can't use the mana from this right now. I could use the scry more, I think. Oh, yeah, right. They have this coming up. I don't have to kill it now if I don't want to. I can wait a turn. Okay, attack first. See what we get. An island. I think this is enough lands. Yeah. I thought I might want more, but having drawn the mountain, I no longer do. Now, I have 3 mana. I can have as much as 5 if I include the network terminal in it, but it doesn't even really help. There's nothing in my graveyard, actually, for Tameshi to hit, right? I mean, he's still non-horrible, because... Any card? Artifact or enchantment. He's still not horrible because you draw. I think we're just going to run this out, and we have Behold the Unspeakable whenever we want it. Although, not immediately, because I'm fading this, obviously. But I can, like, fade plus Tameshi, for example. And I don't... Okay, I don't have... Oh, they have... Wait a minute, I didn't realize the one... No, they have 2 of these. Is the one that was in their hand a different one than the one they showed me? Or am I, like... This is not great. Overdrawing with Boseiju. Okay. So I could fade this if I wanted. And get out Tameshi. I think it would probably be better to just like play Behold the Unspeakable. I could not then activate this, so I guess I should attack before I decide. Planar Incision is not bad, I think. Yeah, we're just gonna toss out Behold the Unspeakable here. I can fade later. I mean, these 2 giant... I heard Boseiju described as a big idiot with reach, which made me laugh. I think calling creatures big idiots is probably at least green creatures big idiots is a probably well-known slang term, but I hadn't heard it before. Oh, come on, I couldn't get this? That's too bad. I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise against a green deck, I guess. And with Tameshi in hand, we really want to play out all of our lands because he's a land tax. So you want as much of it as you can get. Looting it away is not really a concern. But I don't have a way to deal with a second one of these, I don't think. Are you kidding me? And once again, I didn't leave enough mana for this. This time I could have done it if I don't know, but I would have had to leave the Boseiju up. The double Boseiju is just like, it's a lot, you know? I mean, I could deal with this if I drew land like faster than them, but they drew 4 lands like a while ago, right? I could play this for what? I have 7 mana. I could play it for 6. I'm 1 off. And playing this isn't going to catch me up, but what else am I supposed to do? Do I need any particular color? Not really. Not red, not white. I've already played my only double blue card, but maybe I want to play 2 blue cards? I only have 1 more green card, so yeah, I guess that's the way you tap. Oh, I've got this, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, I could bounce the Boseiju with Planar Incision if it gets really desperate. But that just gives them more draw to make the Boseiju even bigger. I guess I'm running counter spells, but I would want to do that only once I have the counter spell in hand, so not now. Yeah, I might want triple blue, in fact. That for like this plus. Oh my god. Alright. Well, this is going to be a game over. Where's all my value? Very funny. Well, it's an artifact, I guess. And a land. I have 9 mana. If they don't play another land, I can actually kill this thing. Not now, but next turn. Thing is, they're probably going to play another land. They've only now run through the 4 forests the Boseiju drew them. That's lethal, so I kind of have to do something. I think I have to Planar Incision the Boseiju. Could have done it last turn to save some life, but I was hoping something good might happen. Oh, this... Right, I wouldn't even get to counter it after incising it, right? It goes over there. They just draw more land to make it even bigger. I mean, they have a board, they have a hand, I have neither. It's pretty rough. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. Thanks, a turtle. Well, this card certainly sucks. I have a creature, I have no enchantments. I don't know, it kind of doesn't matter, right? We're dead here. Four mana kills a token, I guess that lets me live. I mean, I guess actually Season of Renewal was kind of worse. No, I don't know. You can bring back Tameshi and Puzzle Maker. All those good cards that'll obviously stop me from losing the game. Still not dead. Alright, now I'm dead. See ya. It was obviously going to be... I mean, God, the double Boseiju start was so rough. And then they actually stopped me from drawing off the thing. I don't know. Was I supposed to, like, avoid playing it? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm going to take a break. Be right back. Alright, so 1-1, and the deck has performed abysmally in both games. But just you wait. What? We'll find someone who's going to let me get to 7 mana and then run all over him with my 1 value card. Okay, this is a better hand than I've gotten to keep in a while. I have the Containment Construct and actually both of my green cards. I'm going to just run this out because I don't have any like particular activators for it. And it'll help me like stop them ninjaing me. Maybe? Wish I had some of those. Be really good right now. Okay, this is sort of nice. I don't really have a use for ninjaing this, but if they play a useful 3-drop, I can just like pop back in the hand if I want to do that. Get some tempo that way. If the useful 3-drop they play is the Modern Age, I'm a little bit scared about doing that though. I guess I can fade the Modern Age at some point, but I don't want to give them the draw value again. Alright, I'll fade the Kiki Chiki, I guess. And then bounce the token next turn. They're going to get a treasure out of it, so I could do it the other way around, bounce this. Figuring maybe with the Modern Age going, they don't really need the draw and discard effect from this. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, actually. I'll attack with both. They probably don't block. Because they value their treasure thing more than they value my construct, maybe? And that means I get into 2 face damage as well. If they had blocked, I would bounce it still, but I wouldn't get into 2 face damage. Anyway, Network Terminal is a great thing to have here, right? Seems I can start, like, finding some lands I don't need. I can, like... Or not even that I don't need. I can discard them and then play them, right? That's the idea. This flyer is like gonna be a problem for a while, I guess. Okay, well, turns out this turn I mean, okay, I can still wait one more turn to fade Kikijiki. They found one card to discard, I guess. They're Walking Skyscraper. Yeah, so this turn... I don't know. Tapping something doesn't even help, right? And I'm not sure getting out a 1/1 helps either. Because it's not blocking. I guess it counterattacks if they swing with all. Sure. I hope they can't give Kikijiki haste. That would be a bummer. I also really hope I draw a land, so that I can activate this and still have fade. That's fine. Why are they looking at my construct? They're probably not going to Kami's Flare me, right? This deck, I don't know, it would run Kami's Flare. Oh, sorry. No, there's nothing they could do. Or, yeah, because they already played a land. There's no 3... Oh, Voltage Surge, I guess, would do it. Okay, they think they're the control deck, which seems fair enough to me. Really? Okay. I think you want to attack with the 1/4. Maybe they're worried about me killing the flyer and then ninjaing the disruptor? Is why they're thinking of not attacking? But I think you can't play that scared. You want your scries, right? Okay, it's a land. So we tap blue to draw a card and discard the mountain. Tapping, I don't know. Construct? And we're on the road to, like, maybe not being behind anymore. If they can't deal with the construct or terminal, we get value pretty quickly. But if they can do either, we're sort of sad. Michiko's is kind of scary. I don't know, I could take 5 damage twice. 7 damage twice, I'm not so sure. Actually, why don't I just block with the Network Disruptor? You ain't doing shit, and I might appreciate having a creature in the graveyard. And I'd also appreciate having 5 life. Maybe she could block for 6 next turn, but maybe not. Okay. It's not that expensive to replay. So... I'm not going to have any untapped artifacts if I play this, draw and discard a mountain. Like, I'll be a mana short, right? Huh. Maybe I need to play the Koi first? That misses containment value too, I guess. So if I play this, draw and... just doesn't work. I should have done this in the other order so I could just get a normal loot, actually. Like, it didn't have to be a containment construct loot. It could have just been a normal one. If I'd done these in the other order. But getting a 3/3 down is really nice. Really? I'll chump my 2/2 into that. I don't really mind. The damage is worth a lot to me, and the 2/2 not so much. And I didn't want to let them ninja, which, I don't know. You can't play scared all the time, but here I think it was justified to double block. Letting them bounce this would be pretty ruinous. Yeah, couldn't quite counter that. I could have not played the Koi. Oh, it's an artificer, not an artifact. I never noticed that. I could attack with this, I think. No, I want 2 blockers back for these two. And also to stop them scrying. Yeah, definitely no attacks. I don't know what I'm going to do about these enchantment creatures. Like... Season of Renewal the Ninja is the best thing I can think of, and it sucks. Because then I have to counter it as well the second time they play it. That one is whatever. I mean, I don't know. On the other hand, they have all these forests they don't want. Kind of surprised they played one this turn. I thought you'd be discarding them all. Going for turtle or something? You already have enough mana for that. Leaving specifically green open. Okay, so maybe they have Tamiyo's safekeeping or something? Ah, no, they wanted to make the land an attacker. Okay. Problem. I can double block killing the land and losing one of my dudes. I don't think that's a recipe for success. I don't see many recipes for success just lying around either. I guess suit up is possible. So, 6 mana. I guess I just play the Puzzle Maker and hold up both a suit up and a counterspell? Well, either a suit up or a counterspell. Oh, I could make a copy of it. And then I can loot as well. Oh, that's actually quite good. Okay, that's worth paying for, I guess. Okay, maybe I'm getting rid of Season of Renewal and just like this idea is not going to happen. Oh, if I'd tapped differently, I could have held open red, but I didn't realize that I was going to do this. It's such insane value, but I don't need that. And can you imagine the value of like discarding this and then playing it and then getting 2 copies of it? It's unspeakable. But not actually good. So I have enough blockers now that this 4/5 is not actually that big a deal. It just trades for the koi. Also, these guys can start scrying. The 7/7's a problem, but we have suit up for that eventually. The 6/6 is also a problem. I mean, there's a lot of problems. But I'm starting to generate like value of my own, so maybe someday something good could happen. I don't think that's a good attack. The Michiko attack is more promising, I think. I mean, if they attack with that, it trades for what? My koi? Like, help yourself, I guess. Or a combat trick trades for the koi instead? I'm not sure. Buna Boseiju, blow up a bunch of my stuff? Gonna tap it for mana before it dies, or... But it doesn't die, it just goes back. It becomes unenchanted, right? What was... This is a weird plan. Were they hoping to ninjutsu it and didn't realize I had a block? Like, I feel like trading it for the koi is not an unreasonable play, but they're acting like this is a surprise. Scary. So, I think we first see what we get out of the synthesizer, right? Why did I manually tap for red? It was only ever going to tap red. Yeah, this one first, please. So I can decide if I want to copy it, although obviously I do. Enough that I can still counterspell or suit up if I play this. I guess I'll try it. Decline. I have plenty of lands. Get rid of that. And that. I mean, I guess I could have exiled this one and played it, but I don't want to, right? I want to hold open the 3 mana for whatever reason. I'm still way behind. Boseiju and Michiko are attacking, so I think I want to block the Boseiju. And I don't think I need the replication specialist anymore. So just 2 of them can block here. And I'll be fine. But it wouldn't be unreasonable to throw in a 3rd just in case they have like a 1 mana trick. It's not going to be enough to kill everything, right? So right. They did have a 1 toughness trick, and I knew about it. So it's a good thing I did this. It almost looks like I'm smart. So we succeeded in trading the replication specialist for Boseiju. That's something. I'm still in a lot of trouble. But we got somewhere. Now, how about Tameshi to bounce to bring back my... No, it has to be an artifact or enchantment, which is like my network disruptor or my mnemonic sphere. I guess I don't need the mnemonic sphere. 9 mana, so... Tap red. Tap U for the scry, I guess? It's a good card. So to play Tameshi is 3... Bring back the network disruptor just for a chump blocker is 2 more, so that's 5. I have 7. So I think this is the land I want to play this turn. Because now I can tap like this. X is 1. Returning an island. Yes, that one. I don't care. This. And still get you down. I think I'm still way behind. But, I mean, now that I look at it, it's really just the Michikos, right? If I can kill that, and I can, right? I have Flame Discharge? The Michikos and the Bearer of Memory. I think I'm actually not way behind anymore. I can spend like 10 mana a turn and do useful things with it. Ten cards is a little bit thin. Okay, they're pushing for a lot. So that's fine, I guess. Can we realistically kill Michiko? I mean, it would be really... I think I would take too much damage from everything else. So maybe I'm not fine. Maybe this is why I'm not, in fact, doing it okay at all. Don't want to block there unless I have to. They could double pump it. I think I can give up on the containment construct. Throw that at Michiko. I don't think I even need the Tameshi. Do I? I think this is an okay try. Oh shit, Michiko gets trample. If they put a counter there. So now they can kill Tameshi here. They can kill just about everything, I guess. They can't get in for much. I don't know, maybe I'm going to regret scrying with this, but it got me the Flame Discharge a bit sooner. I mean, it's a bit sad that I had to block like this and not even make them pay to give Michiko trample, but I couldn't afford for it to actually get trample. So, I mean, opponent gets in for 3 here. Loses a couple sort of important creatures. I get this one back and then blow up Michiko. I think I am pretty far behind, actually. If I had more time... I mean, 10 cards seems like a lot, but... I don't know. All the stuff I want to do that involves gaining value involves drawing cards. I can kill most of their board. But I can't... I don't have a way to obviously kill them over the course of a few turns. If I actually exercise my value and draw stuff, which I guess I am going to do. By the way, I used Season of Renewal already, right? I don't remember what I brought back, but yeah. Oh, maybe I discarded it? Yeah, I think I discarded it, actually. Oh, that'll do. You have that sitting in hand? Why are you roping out on me, you jerk? Were you emoting me this whole time? I couldn't even see it. Take that. Alright, well. Sad times. We get the sad music. I really still have this in the deck, huh? Okay. Don't remember ever playing it. I discarded it once, I think. I'll take red off of this and then just kind of hope for the best. It's not a good hand. Oh, I could help them draw a card. I'm probably just gonna thirst for knowledge here. Look for something useful. Well, that was something useful. If I had 4 mana, I couldn't quite play this, discard this, and then play this. But I could play the Koi, and then after that play the Construct and get to loot for free. So I won't discard either of those. Instead, I'm going to discard my Planar Incision, which apparently sucks. And my my Ninja, maybe? My Fade? Oh, I'm going to need the Fade. I just can't play it yet. I'm going to discard the Ninja, I think. No, I can't play the Fade. I can't afford to hang on to things like that. Okay, an untapped land means I can actually do the mnemonic sphere thing. So tap red and blue. Playing this. Discard the red. Or the mountain, I should say. Channel this for a card. This is like what the deck is supposed to do, so I'd better win. It's getting a lot of value, and opponent isn't putting on any pressure. Are you finally sick of it? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give up on this thing then. X is 1. Get dead, you stupid dog. So we don't get to play this, but we keep the containment construct alive. Ugh. Okay, I can't discard anything right now, but next turn, just you wait. Might as well play this for green. Now, of course, wishing I'd kept my Fade, but you know, you can't know what you're gonna draw. I don't know. If I'd kept the Fade, would I have been able to do all this? What would I have discarded instead? The Ninja, I guess, is not doing much right now? Sure. That would have worked out better, but actually, hang on. I can play the Armed Guard Familiar now, so I should make sure it's one of my discards and the land is the other. Sure, that tap is fine. I have 5 mana left. Okay, Puzzle Maker first then. Actually, do I want the frog first? The frog's kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I'll draw a card here, just to discard the mountain. Which I will not bring back. Okay, pretty successful turn. Tameshi can bring back absolutely nothing. Why is this still in my deck? Because it draws, that's why. I'm already 6 cards deeper than opponent, though. So it's not that important a consideration, really. Is there somewhere I can put the Armed Guard Familiar that it would help? On Behold the Unspeakable, basically. Problem is they're like pretty likely to have a fade, I think. If I could make copies of this and attach an Armed Guard Familiar to them, that would get damage in. I mean, putting it on this, that would also do something, but then it would just die, so that's not great. So I think we play this first. See what happens. Yeah, the synthesizer first, please. I didn't know I had another one of these. I'm not thrilled about playing this right now, but I guess it's okay. Do I want to, like, play the Terrarium or something? Because I wanted to play Behold the Unspeakable, but I can't afford that and also play this. And obviously playing this is pretty good. Let's just get Tameshi out, I guess, even though he's not gonna like do anything yet. Do I have green, or are these both red? This one's green, okay. Not a huge deal. All I really have left is 1 fade, but I'd like to have that card. I'd also like the Planar Incision back, if that's okay. Okay, no copies of things for me, I guess. But that's an enchantment. So... Okay. Good, 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 good. Got him. It's not clear how I was going to finish him, but apparently they had had enough of it. I think I might have decked myself before I'd run them out of life. I mean, obviously I can just like stop drawing. You know, the koi is optional. But I don't know, like Arm Guard Familiar and copies of koi was the only way I was getting damage in. It seems a little questionable. Or maybe copies of Arm Guard Familiar? Is that crazy? That would probably have been better, actually. Okay, sure. Probably just take another island out of this, maybe. I don't know. Behold the Unspeakable isn't for a while. I could do something else. There's a red. I don't know what color I want. I mean, it's green or blue, right? I think I'll take the blue. There's not that much green in my deck. And I don't really need to play any of it in a hurry, whereas I might conceivably want 2 blues fairly soon. Okay, I mean, this is bad. Kill the chef, I guess? Main phase? So that they can't react by sacrificing it? Next turn I can bounce the token to slow things down a bit. Oh, it also stopped them gaining a life and drawing a card. I mean, I could have not main phased it, and then when they played this, responded, and it would have worked out just as well, but I wasn't to know that. Yeah. The terminal is something, but I'd rather... Well, the terminal would let me play Behold the Unspeakable already, but I think the Replication Specialist is a fine 5-mana play. Because it blocks the 3/4 and the 1/4 fairly well, and then opponent's kind of out of stuff. Maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. 4 mana, could be 5/6 if I wanted to play like the Network Terminal and Thirst for Knowledge. I could do that. But I don't think I need to. I think I can just play this guy. You're never blocking, so you may as well attack. Should have attacked first in case they had something they were going to flash in to block with or something. But yeah, they might have been foolish enough to kill this. Yeah. Seems unlikely, but you never know. Oh, Virus Beetle. Little do you know, my hand is junk. Despite being full of great cards, it's still somehow junk. Okay, so it's a Behold the Unspeakable turn, clearly. And rather than swinging in for 2, we block the 1 damage coming from this guy. Jeez. I mean, their hand is empty, and they only topped 1 card, but it's gonna be a good one. Actually, I don't mind a land right now. Yeah. Let's take it. Giving this a counter is kind of cool, but I haven't really set myself up to do that very well. I have 6 mana. I want to play this. I guess I need to play the Koi probably to just block these guys. If I'm doing that, I don't know what else I'm doing. Just play the Network Disruptor and chump up or trade for a 1/1 or something. Good card. Better than the Network Terminal, I think. We're in trouble. So, first question is, can I live if I do something kind of greedy like this? Answer, yeah, they're only getting in for 5. 6. And I'll have 1 blocker left next turn, which might somehow help enough. Can I be more greedy? This way they get in for 7, but I have another blocker next turn to block a 2/2. If this is a pump spell, I'm in trouble, but if it's a pump spell, I'm probably in trouble anyway. Don't forget this is coming in. Yeah, I think this is what we go for. Ouch. Alright, got any life gain? Looks like no. Okay, well this is an artifact. I don't even know if there's life gain in the deck. Oh yeah, there is. There's the land that gains life. I have only blue and red right now. Okay, I guess I'll take the green then. There's a fade. Okay. That seems to be living. I have 3 blockers for their 3 things, but this is going to be a 3/3, so I have to chump something there. Unless I can come up with more. I'm not sure. I don't like discarding the Season of Renewal. I think all this stuff is more important. So if I put a counter on like you, does that help? You're in trouble then. We're obviously not attacking. Yeah, I think a counter on this guy, and then we just lose Behold the Unspeakable. I should have kept Season of Renewal. I didn't have time to think everything through. I thought this would be better, but I think it's not, actually. I thought this was going to be big enough to live through this turn. Okay. Whoa! No attacks! It's the biggest blunder of all time, question mark. Really? I mean, you could have killed, I don't know. I guess you would trade the whole board and I would just have a 4/4 Koi. Maybe that isn't so great. So I can planar incision this in their end step after, if I want to, using it as a blocker. And then get the full draw out of it next turn. I'll happily sack this instead of the 1/1 if they make me block. Hang on. Not in their end, but in my draw. Because I don't need the mana next turn necessarily. I want their creatures to be smaller next turn. So I want this to go off at the beginning of my turn. I'll play this. This guy will flicker. The effect will go off. I'll still have 0 cards. I'll draw for main. This will go off. Okay, yes. So in my upkeep, wait a minute. Okay, draw first. Now, because before the effect resolves, he would have vanished due to being a 0/0. Discard up to 2 cards. Oh, I didn't even think about the order, but it does matter. The land and I don't know, I think that's it. Everything else looks pretty cool. There's the containment construct. But what I need right now is to pick lands back up. So play you. Tapping like that seems fine. I do have something in there for 1. So cancel. Tap specifically like this, please. For X is 1. Return this. And this land, which I'm playing again for life. You, who cares? Draw a card? Yes. Shouldn't have left open the blue, should have left red apparently. Losing Specialist is really good. Let's say I don't need that. It's great value, but I just don't need it. And I think I can attack here. I should have attacked with both of these as well, because if they can't block them both here. All right. Got a bit lucky with hitting that fade in time. I turned the corner with 1 life remaining. It's a good thing that Arena, like, when you're in the middle of casting a spell, renders what things will look like with that card on the stack instead of in your hand, because if I were playing Paper, I would have cast that pre-draw and my thing would have died. That would have been a little embarrassing. Okay, we made it up to average. God, that Season of Renewal really sucks. It's good sometimes. I don't think I've drawn Tamios a single time this run. I mean, like, this last game, it would have been pretty good. Better than Mirror Breaker, for sure. I think. Yeah, because I could have got brought back the Mirror Breaker and something else. So, I don't know. Maybe it's, like, a little crazy to remove it. You know, I mean, I could take the Archer. This deck has turned out to be very defensive and slow. But I just don't have enough, like, green to reliably play it early. So I don't think it's that great an idea. I'm just going to leave the deck as is. Who can argue with mediocrity, right? If it's performing average or better, it must be a good play. Playing against L Proma? I Proma? Can't quite tell. Okay. I mean, it's a scary keep. But, you know, with the Koi containment construct, like, a lot of good things can happen eventually. I'm just going to run this out. I don't have any particular reason to tap their stuff. I don't know. I could wait until 5 to play it? But, like, that could be 10 turns away. I just want to have something to contest the board in case they play something with 1 toughness at some point soon. Alright, happy to get a 3rd land. Don't really mind that it's tap land because I don't have anything to do on 3 anyway. Okay, kind of mind that that one's a tap land. I'll blow this up. It can be a threat eventually, and this card's not doing anything. That's right, this is my aggro deck. Take that. They just have another one. Very funny. Make me regret playing it for sure. Alright, that's a great draw. If it can't be another land, I'm very happy it's that. Blue, right? We just want more blue. Over getting our white ready. I don't think I attack with the construct because I think it's probably right for them to block. I think these 2 would be a favorable trade for the opponent. This thing is going to kick off some insane value if I ever draw any more artifacts. And even if I don't, if I can get the Kakazan to... Sorry. The Kikijiki to appear and actually copy things. Okay, that's a little scary. I don't need another land. I don't really need the Season of Renewal either. Yeah, get rid of both of these. Oh my god, I forgot I can play them. Oh, wrong order for sure. I should have discarded the Koi because I was planning to play it. The Koi and the Island. Okay. I'm exiling the Island and not the Season of Renewal. I just forgot that that discard and this were like related at all. Okay, so we do that and we play the Koi, leaving open red because when we attack with the 2/2, we're going to get a treasure, which is going to let us loot. And we might conceivably want to play a synthesizer. Do you guys see how smart I am? I mean, it's not amazing to play the synthesizer right now, but it's better than like discarding a card, right? Actually, maybe I should have discarded the terrarium. I have a treasure here that I can spend on it. Yeah, okay, this is probably not quite perfect. I didn't think about the fact that I can spend treasures as well as just create them. Okay, glad that I milled or skipped a mountain. Yeah, I'm basically milling it, right? it's exiling and then not being played. I will draw here. Do I have green? I don't. I do. I mean, okay. Well, but I certainly don't need this mountain. Maybe I could have even attacked with the 2-1, gotten in a little more damage. I feel like I want this guy a lot, but they seem to want their things a lot, so who knows. I think they're wrong. I think they're under enough life pressure that they should be scared, but, you know, can't argue. Gosh, there's so much to do. I could even blow up the synthesizer, but I don't think that's very good. Let's play this guy. Tap looks okay. Sick of the koi? Okay. Makes sense. Try to hit a land? Or even something playable for like 3 mana. That's most of the deck, right? Yeah, that's too bad. Not, like, hugely surprising, but... What? Yeah, your only game plan to win is, like, for that thing to get gigantic, right? I don't have any way to tap this. I don't have any way to spend my mana, except for, like, drawing off of this, maybe, but I'm not doing that now. So we play the Terrarium for... Only 1 green card left, so I guess for blue. And maybe no red cards? Maybe, yeah, 0 red cards, I think, right? Well, opponents just hit their 4th mana, and they have a lot of spells in hand that are apparently all somewhat expensive. But we've got them on a pretty short clock. Fade is a nice pickup. If I fade the 4/4, I can attack with pretty much everything, right? Okay. Not a huge problem. Still got a pretty good thing going up here. 3 in the air. If I wanted to, I could get in 4 more on the ground, but I would lose a creature of their choosing. Plus maybe another to this. So I don't think I want to do that. It's a pretty great card. No need to play this land at the moment. Alright, that shrine's gonna kill me one day. Just you wait. One hopes not. So we have, what, 3, 7, up to 8 mana? That's enough to play this and equip it. And still pay 2 for the frog, so no real need to play this. Even if I didn't want to spend the treasure, it would be enough. Oh no, it wouldn't. Alright, but I don't mind spending the treasure. I think having an unknown spell, potential spell in hand is worth more than a treasure token. Well, I don't know yet. Oh. Okay. So that's 5 in the air and 4 on the ground. See you later. You're tapped out and you're dead. I don't think you should have revealed that one to me. I might have been afraid of some trick and not attacked with everything. Well, we got the Koi construct value for serious in the second game. Right, we had it happen once. Opponent finally got sick of it and tried to kill the Koi, but they couldn't. Or kill the construct, I think. Maybe that wasn't... No. Was that Koi? I don't remember. It was construct and something when they used rebuke targeting their dog and my construct. And I flared the dog? No, not flare. Discharge. I think that's what it's called? Flame discharge or something, right? I think it was the Koi, because I was getting a ton of looting that turn somehow. Maybe it was like Kiki Jiki plus Network Terminal or something? I don't remember. Or not Kiki Jiki, but the Mirror Breaker causing me to discard 2, I think was happening on that turn. This is not a playable hand. Finally something I can mulligan without even feeling bad about it. I feel bad that I was dealt this hand. I do not feel bad about discarding it and mulliganing. Oh, did I also on that hand I was just talking about, or game? Did Thirst for Knowledge go off on that turn as well? I don't remember. Maybe not. Maybe we get a quick resigner here? Maybe opponent is not at the table? Oh, boo. Fine. I have 2 mana, a Terrarium, and like 2 or 3 quite good spells. I'll put back the Specialist. It's gonna be a while before Tameshi gets value, but in the meantime, he's like a 3 mana 2. Even as a 3 mana 2/3, he's worth keeping. I think Behold the Unspeakable is just too good to pass up, and the removal is important, right? The Aquarium is what gets, or Terrarium is what gets me blue. So I think it kind of had to be that guy, unless I wanted to return Behold, which I don't think I do. I ended up getting another one back, as it turns out. Cute. But Terrarium first, please. What the hell? I haven't seen this card in a while. I could kill it. But I think I'd rather just kind of like develop my own thing for a bit. Well, next turn I kind of want to use mana on the synthesizer, right? So I think I will just kill it. This thing's a big enough threat. Okay, white and red. Jeez. Okay. So, Tameshi has a blocker, I guess. Synthesizer's a little bit greedy. It might work out. You know, if you hit a land, you're very happy and you get the synthesizer down for free, but you might not. We can always peek next turn and see, you know, our draw next turn is what we would have gotten off the synthesizer had we played it. Are you kidding me? Yeah, see, it wouldn't have worked. Alright, this time, though, it's going to work. See? Told you. This thing's about to turn into a 4-4, right? So even if I make this a 3-4, it's not really any good. So I may as well just play the network terminal, I think. To get out Behold the Unspeakable. Maybe? Maybe I'd rather do something else. They're not running green, so they're not likely to have a fade. So Behold will probably stick. And if they kill it, I do have Season of Renewal. Oh, you actually have enough... Right, of course you have enough mana to play this. I was like, well, we can wait till they have 5 mana. But it replays for 3, so no blocks on this. I kind of hate everything. But if I had put the counter on this, they would have just moved the battery over. I feel like they should have done that anyway. So I could fade that, but there's no real rush. I can have a total of 6 mana, with which, you know, the only real thing I can do is play Behold, right? I could have, I guess, played a 4-drop and then looted. I don't really want to loot any of this that badly. I could attack here. They wouldn't block, so I would get in 2 damage, but I would take 1 more next turn. I'm not interested in that exchange. I talked a little bit about this getting into the graveyard instead of exiling, and I don't remember what I was saying would get it back. What will get it back is Tameshi, hopefully. But probably they kill him before too long, so it doesn't work. Season of Renewal would do eventually, but that's a long ways off. Probably. Okay. So now you can either do 1 damage or you can 2 damage, actually. No, you tapped your red, so you can't equip the battery. So if you attack with just this, you get to loot. Or rummage, I guess. If you attack with this, you do 1 damage. Up to you. I think looting is probably better, right? I guess I do have a network terminal up. I represent any number of 1-mana combat tricks. Could play You Are Already Dead, and who knows? I guess the other thing is I don't really want to block. Yeah, you can have the 1 damage, actually. 2 wide open is just too scary, and Tameshi's too good. I mean, Tamiyo's is nice. Disruption Protocol is also good, but I'm going to be too busy for a while, I think. I don't have any other artifacts that this can affect. Kind of thinking of just fading the flyer and making a 2/2. So let's make the 2/2 first. Sort of hoped for a land there. I wanted them to like commit to making Yamazaki fly first. Because that costs them a lot of mana, obviously. But I don't even know for sure that they can do that. Or that they would want to. You know. Just playing too optimistically, I think. Oh, I didn't notice. They discarded a useful artifact while rummaging with Aki Ronin. And then they can play it again with Heiko. That's nice. So I think I have to complete this pretty soon. Like, probably this turn. I'm not thrilled about, but oh well. Okay, so they didn't have a 5th land to actually play this yet. That's nice. Oh, Suit Up's an even better way to kill this thing. Well, it does let them play the Shrine Steward, actually. Maybe I just play the Replication Specialist? This becomes a 5/5, but I don't know, maybe I play nothing. Put a counter on Tameshi. After looting? Oh, maybe after drawing. Maybe before drawing? Draw on their turn? No, I might want to play a land. That tap looks okay. This is 8 cards, I guess. That's a few, like, more than you might think is good. I might also think that. Sort of thought I would hit a land there. I guess I could have looted for a land, and I didn't. Let's play this, I guess, to tap their 1/3. This being a 6/6 should be big enough. And this way I get in an attack with the Samurai. Only 1 red, and yet look at all these red cards. They threaten to play the Shrine Steward, but to do so they have to at least on the surface, throw away Heiko Yamazaki. Maybe they have some buff. I would not be at all surprised. I'll probably block with several creatures to just make sure that dies. It lets them kill several of my creatures. Like, I think you block with everything but the Construct and Tameshi. Right, that way I have a total of 9 damage on their 4/4. Oh. Okay, well. No such plans needed, I guess. Can I... Is it possible to draw a red card I want to play? It would be the Mirror Breaker, I guess. Oh, I have red anyway. Do I want 3 mana this turn or 4? I think 4 is pretty good. I could maybe turn this thing off instead of Heiko. So they stop attacking with samurais so easily. Because right now they're set up to like attack with a 1/3, getting a good creature back from the graveyard or something like that. Sure. Oh, I could have ninja'd it. That's kind of funny. But there's nothing that really needs bouncing there. This thing is scary. I don't really have a way to remove their samurais, so... I don't know. But like... If I take out the Yamazaki, that's like their value engine, right? I don't know. It's all a problem. They have what, 4 samurai? Anything getting +4/+4 is kind of scary here. Or +4, +5/+0 actually? +5/+1? Yeah, we don't want that. Really? I'll block with the Unspeakable, because I don't even mind if it dies. Yeah. Why would I block with other stuff? They would just, like, I don't know, have some combat trick to... I don't know. If they have a combat trick to keep this alive, that's a little bit annoying. You know, like some first strike thing or something. Oh, okay. If I'm already dead, I think they've made a mistake. Nope. They don't even have that. They just like thought they were still going to get the buff, I guess. Or they really wanted the Shrine Steward? Okay. To kill the Construct. Okay. Also, they're black. So... that tap's fine. Do I want 4 mana or 5? I'm spending 2 here. I think having Suit Up available would be kind of nice, but not that important. Alright, let's discard this for a forest. Oh, I tapped that. I forgot you have to tap to spend it. Right. So now they do have an easy route to killing this containment construct, but it doesn't even matter that much, because again, I can bring it back. Okay. Well, I'll just play the Koi then. After attacking for 8 in the air, maybe? Or just 1. I'm a little afraid of their counterpunch, but I guess I have Suit Up. But I won't if I have Koi, if I play Koi. Let's just attack for 1. My 7/7 is better as a blocker than an attacker for now. So it's 3 mana for Tameshi to return the construct. Assuming that's what they kill? And then I can use it to loot these lands, maybe? Because of the Koi? Really? Why? I don't know, I guess a 3/3 Death Toucher is a little inconvenient for me. The 2/2 doesn't block it. I think I'm pretty willing to block with the Koi. Like, yeah, it has great construct value, but I don't need that. I don't know, maybe it's even better to block with these two? Because they kind of want to kill this anyway, and... yeah, let's try that. This is cheaper to bring back. This has more effect when I bring it back. But I don't really need that right now, I think. I kind of just want a 6/6. Fine. They traded Kindled Fury for like my 2/2. Doesn't seem that great. So if I spend 3 mana on this out of my 7, I would have 4 left. I could make it 5, or I could gain a life as well. I think 5 is probably pretty cool. Looks like I could play this guy. Except... yeah, I guess what I would do instead is use the Terrarium. Oh, I can't, because I have to... no, I'm not using this tech. No. Yeah, okay, so here. Tap white, blue, and red, I guess. X is 2. It's an artifact. Returning... oh, no, that's... what? That's how I paid, yeah? Bounce the mountain. I have a lot of cards, obviously. I didn't realize I would have quite this many, but I guess I can play some things here. I can play... Oh no, suit up won't work, will it? I mean, I can discard this stuff. It's fine. But I want to have suit up available. Attack with a 9/9? You don't get a lot of chances to do that, and I'm not dead anytime soon. Yeah, let's hit him for 12. I think that ought to be okay. Oh. I could ninja. I think that's bad. I have too many cards already. Shouldn't have played the mountain yet either. Could have hit him for one more. Gonna decline that. No, my deck is doing great. Just discard this and don't exile it. And then just end turn and discard a tap land, holding open 3. We represent like super lethal in the air, especially with suit up and familiar, which I could play both of if I wanted to. I kind of have like too much value here. That's what happens when you start discarding cards. And I just need more lands. Ugh. The fact that Tameshi makes you like not be able to increase your mana is kind of, you know, that's his downside. If it were only the like X and a white cost, that would be really insane. This is just like very insane. Because you can't increase your mana capacity, so like a deck that's trying to value out forever, you know, is kind of sad about not being able to play enough lands. I mean, what are the odds they can kill me here, right? They're like 0. 7 mana, red, black, white. Add 9 damage to an attacking creature? I just don't think they printed that card. Could block with the Tameshi, or actually even the Construct to be super safe. Yeah, I don't... Whatever, if you kill it, it'll come back. It, like, probably I win the game next turn, and so I'm throwing this guy away, but if I don't win, I still can, like, come back. Okay, they give up. That's the end of the game. $15 flying damage? No, 14. No, 15. Because this replaces itself. That doesn't work. It'll be fun. We'll get in as much damage as possible. If I had the Construct, I could actually maybe go damage positive with that, but no need. What went wrong for them? I guess, like... Well, they threw away Yamazaki. The problem basically was that I could block... They were playing Red-White Samurais. that was the biggest issue with their deck. You know, they had Yamazaki, but he couldn't really do anything. I removed their flying threat before it could do much damage to me. Removed it twice, in fact, so it got good value. This is great. I mean, sort of great. I can't play the puzzle. Yeah, I can. This is blue. So, Thirst for Knowledge will be able to, like, discard a land plus something or whatever. I don't know exactly, but anyway. I removed their flying threat. I Tamiyo'd their threat of damage, and then, like, they were out of other threats. They threw away Yamazaki, but I don't think that mattered too much. Green-white. Well, it's kind of the enchantment colors versus the artifact colors, although I'm not that artifact heavy. Okay. That's fine. So it's looking like turn 3, play a 3-drop, turn 4, tap land into 3-drop, and then 5, we have this. So I think I may as well play out of Plains to get another color out. And this, I want the Scrying more than I want Tameshi because there's nothing to even return yet. Plus, I need more lands. I can't afford to be paying him to put my lands back in my hand. That's great. I love seeing Fades get spent on that card. Do I just run out Tameshi? He's not doing anything at the moment, but, like, is Thirst for Knowledge doing anything? Not really? And if they, like, have a way to kill this, it's a little, I mean, like, hard to believe in green-white, right? Fade doesn't work. As long as I don't attack, Wanderer's Intervention won't work. They could easily have more colors, but for now, Tameshi seems reasonably safe. Wait, did I pick more blue? Maybe I hadn't drawn this island yet, but I think I had. This should have been green if... I just played that this turn. It, like, definitely should have been green. Okay, they have a dog. That's something we could discard with Thirst for Discovery on a future turn. It's not that important as artifacts go. I'm just going to behold the unspeakable and not attack. I'm that afraid of Wanderer's Intervention. Am I? Like, how important is Tameshi? How important is... I don't know. Probably pretty important. Especially because I'm planning to discard this soon. So... I'm just going to pretend Tameshi's an enchantment or something. A little scary. Ooh, Replication Specialist. Okay, hang on. Get out of here. What's happening? I'm scrying, but I was also looking at something a second ago. Oh, this must be what I just drew. Okay. These are both pretty solid. Tamiyo's on their thing, Moonsnare Specialist on don't know yet what. But they're both good. Yeah. And then... I mean, I could try developing this guy to eventually get 2... Yeah, I don't need to draw yet. I could pay 3 for this, 3 for this, and then 2. If I had 8 mana, I could, like, discard the terrarium and then get 2 of them back on the battlefield, which would be kind of cute. Obviously, I don't have 8 mana, but I'm not that far off. And it doesn't have to all be on the same turn. I can thirst and discard this and then do something else. And then on the next turn, I can use Tameshi to bring this back and pay for duplicating it. The 2/2s are not even that important with my 3/4 flyer sitting around. One top, okay. Disruption Protocol is kind of nice. So, tap red, blue, and blue, I guess. What about getting 2 of these on board? I can't do that yet. Have I already played a land this turn? I think I haven't, right? I don't remember. Doesn't super matter, I guess. I have, because I was not going to have enough mana to make... Oh, no. I haven't? I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I haven't. Okay. So I could get this back, but what I want to do is just shut off the... Oops. Shut off the Prancer. I guess I can wait until their turn, unless they have... Actually, I don't even care if they attack with the Prancer. Hang on. No attacks. Maybe I just make 2 of these. Actually, I could make 2 of these. Because it can pay for itself, right? That seems pretty cool. You know I have Tameshi on the board, right? Very questionable play. Okay, I have this, but so it would cost 6 to get this guy back. I have 9. So I can't quite make 2 of these, sadly. But I could loot. I probably would have been better to hold open a counterspell, actually. Yeah, this loot is stupid. Season of Renewal is really good, though. Let's say I don't need more draw value. It's insane, but I just, like, don't need it. Oh, I'm going to have a bit more mana, aren't I? But only 1. Because of the land I return. I choose this and take green, please? Still, I don't think I need to attack. I mean, I could attack with the Tameshi, I guess? This is a time when they can't kill it, and the 3/4 still blocks all their stuff. Opponent's card background is Lightning Bolt or something. It looks like... Not an art for Lightning Bolt I know, but I wouldn't be surprised if this were Lightning Bolt. Yeah, see, wouldn't a counterspell have been way better than looting there? Countering this would have been gross. I don't mind if you have a combat trick for this. Okay, they don't. It was just kind of a free roll attack if they're not planning to block next turn. And I think they should be planning more or less to attack most of the time. I guess actually getting this in the graveyard is not bad, right? I can just bring it back with Tameshi if I ever want to. These are fine. Although maybe getting them in the graveyard might have been also good. I don't know, just like playing these guys out is pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're not going to activate Tameshi right now. I don't think we need to do any weird completion stuff. Just like play the frog. Oh. Hang on. How much mana do I have left? 2, 6, 8. I'm going to make 2 familiars. Okay. We got... Yeah, I think spending their removal on Behold the Unspeakable while Tameshi was on board was a big mistake. What removal was it again? Oh, the Archer, that's right. I mean, they're in a tough spot if your opponent has, like, 3 very... Well, okay. 2, like, very dangerous bombs, and Replication Specialist is good in the right circumstances, and we were in those circumstances, so, you know, they were in trouble in a lot of ways, but... Obviously, like, throwing away their removal just to give me extra cards was not the best way forward. And somehow we're at 6 wins with this deck that started out like... Wasn't it 1 and 2? Maybe I was 2 and 1 and then 2 and 2. I don't remember. But I know I went from 2 and 2 to 3 and 2. Oh, and the first game was a win. Because opponent and I both did nothing until they conceded. This is obviously a good hand. I think we take this as a forest, right? Like, yes, I might want a second blue eventually, but the fade is right here. Yes, green is what fade is. Just pay attention. Don't pick the wrong mana. Don't pick black when you mean green or something stupid. And here's our second blue already. Or maybe a white, but probably not. Nice card. I'll even say it. Look at that. A nice card. I do want more mana now. Ooh. This is some pretty good value. But, like, I can't fade the Koi, and I don't want to fade the Circuit Mender. So the question is, do I play out the Network Terminal? Or do I hold open Suit Up for when they attack into me? Actually, maybe I attack into them for the Scry? And if they try blocking, I can Suit Up, but if they don't, then I play the Terminal? Yeah, because I don't really want to block that bad. I don't know. Suit Up on their Koi would be really nice if I could make it happen. And so would a Scry. I guess I'll just take the Scry and probably they don't block here. Oh, that's even better. An untapped land would be nice, but I don't have to play Behold the Unspeakable right now. I'll be fine if I play like Network Terminal into Terrarium, for example. That's a big mana injection. Or I could even just equip this guy and go in for 3. That doesn't seem like a great idea, but it's something you could do on 4 mana. I guess I'm getting confused this game. I thought they had faded something of mine, but that was the last guy who faded my Moonfolk Puzzle Maker. Okay, there's an island. So that's pretty cool. I think we just go straight into Behold the Unspeakable, right? Unless, like, there's still the, like, play the 2 mana cards. I could do that. The 2 cards that generate more mana. Behold is probably going to stop even more damage next turn. Let's go for this. Oh. I suppose I could play this and play a 3 mana card now that I've actually drawn this. It doesn't have to be. I could fade something, but none of this is that important. So I have, what, 2 blues, 1 green, 1 red. I guess I'll take a white just in case my terminal gets blown up somehow. That's highly suspicious. So, not attacking with the 1/1, but attacking with both 2 power creatures. Suggests a 2 damage combat trick of some kind. Could be Voltage Surge. It's hard to think what else it could be, really. Am I willing to trade my Puzzle Maker for Voltage Surge? Not really. I could double block the Circuit Mender, but then they get a trade for the Armed Guard Familiar without even having to surge. Alright, no blocks. You can have some damage. And now we know they have a Voltage Surge, for what that's worth. They didn't want to Ninja. They didn't want to Ninja the Circuit Mender? What? Okay, they want to kill me very fast, apparently. Which makes sense. I'm the blue player, and they're apparently the red player, despite also being blue. I have 6 mana. I can have 7. It's enough to, like, loot, I guess? Or put a counter on this thing to save it from Voltage Surge in the future? Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to do. Although a loot and scry is pretty good. And I don't need to put the counter on right now because their stuff is all tiny. Well, I mean, if they have Voltage Surge, they might be willing to sack something for it. To do 4. I'm gonna I'm gonna put the counter on, actually. That's better than scrying and looting, I think. Just having this be safe from the voltage surge that I'm pretty sure they have. I don't know. If they ninjutsu like a Moonsnare specialist, I'll be pretty embarrassed. But it's pretty expensive for them to ninjutsu right now. They lose a couple creatures. Okay, sure. But if you equip it, you don't have any mana for voltage surge, so it won't do anything to attack with it. Probably want to fade the rabbit battery. Moonsnare Specialist is good. Planar Incision, probably also good. Sure. Any two non-lands are probably fine. Eight mana? I think we do just fade the battery. It's a big hassle. And I could play this to get more creatures on the board. But then I lose my ability to later scry and also my ability to planar incision if necessary, so I think I don't do that. Don't forget, I can also blow this up for 2 cards. Ooh, that's a little scary. Well, 3/1 hastes are maybe not that bad. I have a 2/5 after all. But if they can get enough of them, they just threaten to do a lot of damage, basically. Do they not have the voltage surge? I think they should be attacking with a lot if they do. Okay, they don't want it. Interesting. I was watching. It didn't tap this. That's important. This card is pretty lame, but I guess just any old 1/1 flyer is fine. I actually don't care that much about 3/1 hastes, actually. I might care more about Heiko Yamazaki to stop them chaining Circuit Menders. So, play a land. I think we like playing lands, but let's think it through. I have a modified creature, so I only have to play this for X equals 1 on Heiko. Unless they counter by removing the modification on my creature, but if they try that, I can use Planar Incision to get something else modified. So X is 1. You're dead. Fine, tap like that, I don't care. Okay, we're a little short on time here. I have 5 mana. I want to bounce that. Which leaves me not enough time to or mana to scry, I guess. Well. Okay, Thirst for Knowledge, I guess. Discarding you. Actually, I have a shitload of lands. But you suck. The lands can all become cards eventually. And I love mana. And we play out Tameshi. Get more creatures on the board. Get more value. Ooh. And then you can sack it for free. Well, I mean, I got rid of the Heiko. They didn't get to play it, at least, but they're getting cards. Okay, now what? Attack with the 6/6, probably? But nothing more? What do I want to bring back? There's basically nothing here. Equip and attack for 8? I think that might be a bit much. Well, what else am I doing this turn? One, 2, 3, 4 mana. I could bounce a Network Disruptor, or bring back a Network Disruptor, but I just want to play the Moonsnare Specialist, I think. Get rid of one of these tokens. I think your 1/1 flyer is not doing much good. Okay. Yeah, I think you'd rather have a 3/1 for this. Okay, but they're certainly threatening a lot. We're going to have to make some sacrifices here for sure. Block there, block like this. You can block the 1/1. They're representing what? 6 damage? They're not going to be able to add 8. I'm okay with this. If they kill Tameshi, that's also fine, I think. Seismic Wave, I guess I need to look out for. Be kind of bad. They can't kill Tameshi and the Puzzle Maker. Ooh. Okay, they killed everything. I forgot about that card. And they get to bring back more tokens. Are you kidding me? Oh no, what have I done? I've lost the game. If I could make Behold the Unspeakable die, I'd have a play. I could bring it back with Season of Renewal. There's nothing I can do about this. If I'd held back more blockers last turn, it would have worked. But I got greedy and went in for some damage. Didn't think about this card. I don't think there's any answers here. Anything in my deck? No. Behold the Unspeakable is the closest thing I have to an answer, and it's already on the board. Oh. Planar Incision would work, I guess. Okay, so what do I do in addition to that? 6/10 mana. 2 here, so I guess I can 3, 2 and 4. Yeah, I guess I can afford this. Okay. I wonder what they're going to block. Or what they're going to tap. Anyway, it resolves. Oh, please, the Unspeakable. Get greedy. That creature's not even going to be here when you attack. Not that they have any way of knowing that. So I'm going to shut off their 3/6, I think. Or maybe it should be a flyer? Because I can't kill those. Or block them or whatever. But I'm gonna... I mean, I'm still probably dead, right? I'm gonna turn off the Kami of Industry first. Hey, knock it off. You're blocking here, and you're blocking here. And I take 0. Oh, I should have cast Season of Renewal in my... before this resolves. Can I not do that? View battlefield... Stop in main? View browser. Okay, this order, I guess. So, Season of Renewal for what? The Moonfolk is about it, right? I don't have any enchantments. Okay. Oh, that doesn't work. It's going to bring back a creature anyway. There'll be a card in my hand that I can't play, so... I mean, none of these are really very good. A flyer, I guess, is good enough. I don't need to stop in my main, thank you, anymore. Or what if I played... No, they don't have any tokens to return. Quick, the Puzzle Maker. Oh, and this. What? Oh, no. Okay. No attacks. Just a creature. The Puzzle Maker. And they have 4 attackers and I have 4 blockers? But only 2 of mine can fly, so they can get in for 1. On the board. Maybe they can do more from hand, I don't know. Good game. It was a good attempt at the end there. It took me forever to see the Planar Incision on Unspeakable as a way to get it to, like, quasi-die. And then figuring out, like, what cards mattered in this last turn so that I, like, you know, discarding the counterspell on the frog or whatever to search for something that did matter. And flyers were what mattered, and I got one, and I had the right mana to play everything, but, you know, they still had more cards. What can you do? I was still in, like, a pretty bad spot. In that if they ever drew any face damage, I was dead. And then they drew some, so... You know, they got me into a tough spot, and then I couldn't get myself out. But still, 6 wins. Great success. Better than I would have thought. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.